This is what I like the least about this situation, is I got this little hive, and it's all taped up with insulation. And to open the top of it, I got to remove all the insulation. Anyway, this is the smallest colony I've ever overwintered. Maybe I can just take the top off and leave the side insulation on. Probably not. And then when doing something like this, where you're creating vibrations in the hive, like I'm doing right now, it's usually better leave the bees alone for at least 5 minutes after this, because they're going to be riled up. But these bees don't seem to be moving, so maybe they're, I don't know. And I'm using this thing as, oh geez, is it too thin? Give me a break, man. Of course this one's too thin. Man, oh man. Ah! Okay, that box is too thin. Okay, I gotta find a box that's gonna fit now. Everything has slightly kiltered dimensions, and it's a lovely feeling. Okay, so I'm gonna try to open up the top of this thing. Again, I think these bees should be clustered well below in the bottom, and hopefully there's no water or moisture got inside. The last time I opened them last fall, they were very mean bees. I hope they're not mean today, because I don't have a smoker or anything. So I'm gonna take the top off and put this top on. It's got some fondant and pollen smacked into it. I couldn't find a rim that fits, of course, because this one is like 4.5 frames wide, where most of them are 5 frames wide. So it's a lovely combination I'm dealing with. Like I'm getting these bees through the winter, but it's a real pain right now working with this. So I think I'm gonna burn all this stuff that just doesn't fit properly. It's just because the frustration level is way too high. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully they're not. Okay. Well, the bees are up here. Slugs are inside. There's a bit of moisture, and they're not completely running out of food. It looks like water got in. Let's see if we can see this. Yeah, right here, this is mold. This is a frame of honey. This is honey. I got some bees clustered over here. I'm gonna give them this stuff. Hopefully it'll give them a boost. But yeah, it looks like carpenters. It looks like moisture. It looks like it got a little bit moist inside this thing. Let's see this thing. Where it fits, of course it doesn't fit, because it's too friggin' wide. Give me a break, man. I'm gonna give them all this pollen and fondant. Big, thick block of it here. Hopefully they'll chew it, eat it up, and get the boost that they need. Yeah, so this hive, there's slugs in it. There's carpenters or wood louse, and there's mold, and I know why. I'll tell you why in a minute. First, let me just get the top back on. All right, here we go. That's in. All right, that worked out okay, because I won't get into it, but I made that work. But as I feared, this hive it doesn't have a bottom entrance, so any moisture in the hive would have to come out this hole, and it's right in the middle. Moisture either comes out the top or the bottom best, and usually for me it's the bottom these days. But so right in the middle was a new thing for me, and I thought, okay, without the bottom entrance, they're going to get, it's just not going to ventilate well, and it didn't ventilate well. It didn't. It's okay, but there's definitely like slugs and carpenters and things that like having moisture in their hive, and well, that's what happened. It's full of those kind of critters. So as soon as I can, I'm going to load up on more 5-frame boxes like this, but I'm going to get ones that are proper dimensions. I'm just going to throw these in the garbage. They're fine for now. They do you in a pinch, but you really want boxes that fit with all your other boxes, and these don't. So they're going in the garbage. But anyway, they look good. I'll see if I can take a quick peek. Yeah, they're in there, and they're clustered on this side, and most of them are probably down below. So I'm just going to leave that alone. It's a bit damp in there, but good enough. I expect that when I do open this up later in the spring and do a full inspection, it's going to be a mess of just carpenters and slugs and all kinds of garbage. So I'll have to just completely move them to another, hopefully another small hive. So I think I'm going to need a lot more 5-frame medium boxes and chuck all these ones that have these convoluted, messed up dimensions that don't fit any of my other gear and drive me crazy. So they look good enough. Damp, but good enough. So now they've got a huge chunk of fondant and pollen up there. Hopefully that'll give them a boost until I can go in there when the weather's warm and just put them in a nice, clean, dry hive. But that's that. And that's all I'm going to do today. I'll tidy that up in a minute. It would have been nice to dig into all of my hives, but the warm weather, it went up to about 10 degrees, but then it just started dropping right away, and it's just getting cold so fast that it's not worth it to try. But judging from what I've seen, if what I'm seeing is any indication of what I'll find on my other hives, the bees are not running low on honey. They've got plenty of honey. So they've got pollen now, so that should help that new queen get her laying, get her excited about making babies. And that's the main thing I want to do because it's such a small cluster. But they're still alive, so I'm really looking forward to good weather. Sometime in May, maybe, hopefully May. Not like last year when it was like June when I couldn't do my first hive inspections. It was so cold. But anyway, that's that. And here's an example of some 5-frame medium boxes that are excellent. I got someone to make these for me, and he nailed it. They're perfect. They're just perfect in every way. The frames fit in perfectly. All the boxes are exactly the same length and size down to the millimeter. There's no cracks between the supers. Not a bit of a crack. I mean, occasionally you get little cracks in all of your supers, but nothing bad. Anyway, they're all made out of plywood, and for me, they're just as good as any others.